Welcome. This is Gary Sultan, Chief of R&D and creator of IOP Technology. This video focuses on the coaching report being used as a self-study document. The coaching report is a companion to your advanced leader report. That report talked about your natural tendencies in general. The coaching report puts these in the context of the group that you are actually leading. Let's begin by dispensing with some mechanics. First, there is a thumbnail on each page of this report. It is an image of the page in the Advanced Leader Report to which this page refers. It's kind of a visual reference. Second, the blue subtitle on each page gives you a specific reference to the page number on the Advanced Leader Report to which this page applies. Together, the thumbnail and subtitle references allow you to tie together the observations on the two reports to your heart's content. The next section is a bit of housekeeping. Page 1 of the coaching report explains that IOPT is based on information processing. In other words, what information you take in, how you process it, and what you intend to do with it. The main point here is that your natural inclinations facilitate some things and impede others. The second page of the coaching report is just a caution against reading too much certainty into its observations. Information processing guides much of behavior, but it is not everything. You'll probably agree with most of it, but maybe not all. You are an experienced leader, so your judgment is to be respected, but not necessarily blindly followed. Okay, enough housekeeping. The next section will show that you are different from other people. You may know this intuitively, but you may not know how different you are. Page 3 refers you to page 4 of the coaching report, where you are compared to the population at large. This is page 4. If your difference is large, pay attention. The larger the difference, the greater the value of the effort that you are putting into developing your management skills. Now back to page 3. The circled question focuses you on estimating the difference between you and the group that you are leading. The follow-up question causes you to think about the advantages that these differences may offer. The point here is that different strategic styles in your group can be a source of frustration for you. They are also a source of your organizational strength. It's something worth thinking about. Page 5 begins a section that starts getting into detail. It opens by talking about your primary style. This is the information processing style that you are most likely to use. Not the only one, just the most likely. Note the circled questions on page 5. The report uses the Socratic method. The questions are designed to cause you to think in a different way about your leadership strategy. Under each question is an explanation of why that question arose in the first place. Spend a little time on this. You'll get some new insights. Do the same thing for your secondary style on page 6. Here, the basic question is prediction. How will your group figure out what you want? Your primary style may be oriented one way, your secondary another. It may not be an easy task for them. The bottom of page 6 calls for a discussion with your coach. Since you are using this report alone, you'll have to reflect on these questions yourself. Treat them seriously. If you do, you are likely to devise new management strategies that you can begin benefiting from almost immediately. The combination of the strategic styles you choose to use create themes that will run through your organization. Page 7 wants you to think about whether these are optimal for the task at hand. They may be, but they also may benefit from a little adjustment. It's worth some thought. The next section is for personal exploration. Any guide, whether for cities or advanced leader reports, will only hit the high points. If you wander around, you'll probably find lots of interesting things. This section was designed to be used in interaction with a coach. It may not be optimal for self-study, but if you want to explore, it certainly won't hurt. Page 8 is the instruction sheet. If you are going to do this alone, pay attention to the bottom paragraph. It will help center your attention on one of the main objectives of this section, the value of other people. Page 9 just explains how the IOP profile is created. As you can see, it is just a translation of a familiar histogram. However, it shows relationships a little more clearly. Page 11 takes your IOP scores and converts them into an IOP profile format. You can make a transparency of this and use it to explore your behavior preferences. You can do this using the IOP snowflake from page 10 of the coaching report. Overlay the transparency of your profile on it, and you can read off your likely behaviors. Here's an example of how a snowflake might be used. The arrows point to the behaviors most relevant for this profile. The higher the score on an axis or in a quadrant, the more likely you are to display the behaviors cited. You can find more snowflakes at www.iopt.com. Just click over to the Support Materials section. The snowflakes are free and they cover many different areas. The next section begins to focus on you in an organizational context. Page 12 of the coaching report refers you to page 7 of the Advanced Leader. The first section focuses on how well your group can anticipate what you want. The second section of the page changes focus to your understanding of what your group wants. You're going to have to satisfy both needs, yours and theirs, if you're going to build an exceptional team. The questions on this page will help you do just that. Page 13 usually gets instant attention. It identifies some of the vulnerabilities that follow from your IOP style elections. These vulnerabilities are not personal deficiencies. They are the natural consequence of your strategic style choices. There is nothing to fix, but there is something to manage. Pay attention to the comments under each question. They explain why that question is being asked. It is sometimes hard for us to see our own vulnerabilities. These explanations might help you see them a little more clearly. You are likely to have less trouble seeing your strengths on page 14 of the coaching report. But don't shortchange the examination. The focus here is to help ensure that you are making good use of your strengths. Since this is what sets you apart from others, it will pay you to see that they are maximized. The next section of the report focuses specifically on your relations to others, individuals, groups, and even your boss. Page 15 is an exercise to identify the strategic style preferences of the people who work for you. This will be an easy task if you have the IOP scores for your people. If you don't, it will be a lot harder than it looks. Doing this yourself will be no easy task, but it can be done. If you choose to do this exercise, you might want to make a paper and pencil list of the people and their styles. You'll need it for the next section. Page 16 gives you a way of estimating the IOP direction of the group as a whole. If you do not have a team analysis for your group, counting up your style estimates of the people on your team is a start. You can use the questions at the bottom of the page to help launch your assessment. Page 17 walks you through your relationship with your boss. Don't shortchange this page. Your fit with your boss affects you, the people that work for you, and your boss. A little adjustment might do a lot of good for a lot of people. Spend some time here. It'll be worth it. Page 18 is designed as a tool for coaches to use to establish an ongoing development program. If you are inclined to approach things systematically, you might want to use its general structure to develop your own program. Well, that's it. I hope that this brief video has equipped you to take full advantage of the IOP coaching report. I am confident that the effort you are making will pay off handsomely, now and for the rest of your career. Good luck on your quest. Thank you for viewing this video. If you want more information on IOP, you can go to our websites at www.iop.com or www.oeinstitute.org. Both sites have much more information on how IOP can be used to improve the functioning of both individuals and groups. Thank you again for your interest in IOP technology.